Hey, you
Hey,
know,
hey,
you
hey.
want to be happy, right? Like you want to
Nope,
live a life that
I don't want to be
you dream
happy.
of. Do you have some dreams?
No dreams.
If you want to live your dreams instead of living on autopilot,
Oh, yeah,
like
that
Rita
ain't
did
it.
a thing and 67% of people felt like their life is
Oh,
on
yeah.
autopilot. Like that's a lot of people. And
76%
76.
said they are, and they know they are on autopilot. Are you on autopilot?
Yeah.
What part of your life is an autopilot? Is it your relationship? Is it your job, your career? Is it your thinking? Is your thinking like an autopilot? Like you just wake up in the morning, you're just like,
Another
oh,
crappy day.
what is an autopilot like? Take some
Yeah.
time and think about it. And you guys know if you're on this channel, you guys know about tapping. So start breaking those patterns. Start being 10 times more excited. Start breaking those patterns, switching and flipping those automatic
Right.
patterns.
And guys, this is so much more than tapping. Like we create videos to help you deal with the number one thing that's holding you back. And you know what that is? That's stress, because stress shuts down your brain. Like it literally sends the blood out of your brain into your extremities so that you can run and fight and freeze. So now when you're struggling with thinking clearly, or you're just on autopilot and everything's the same, that's because it is that way. Right? So stress is your number one cause of life not being the way you want it to be. And so tapping is more than just
it's just more than tapping. Tapping it's a mindset. It's the way, it's huge. It's such a freeing technique. It allows you to really step inside, like, how am I doing this? How am I creating this feeling? What am I saying to myself? What are my thoughts? What am I doing? What are my images?
Right? Changing your brain.
Yeah, change your brain, and knowing that there's nothing wrong with you, knowing that you're not broken, knowing that you can find a memory, and a memory comes, as you know, in 5 different ways, maybe even 6, right? You're seeing it, you're feeling it, you're hearing it, you're tasting it, you're smelling it, or maybe it's just a word.
Knowing.
Right?
Yep.
Maybe it's just a word that comes out. Maybe it's a text that shows up and you're like, right? So changing those memories, going back, changing that's one way to start getting shifts and changes, right? Or you just create from scratch. What do you want? What do you want to create? This is what I want to create. And then you're here. So what's stopping you? What's stopping you in the middle? Just work with that. Yeah. Shift that, change that. Do something.
I've got an awesome example.
Ooh.
So the other day I was thinking of something and I'm like, oh, that's pie in the sky. And I was like, where did that come from? Okay, so these thoughts feel like they pop in your head, right? Like I didn't plan that thought. I didn't try to think that thought, but all of a sudden it was like, that's pie in the sky. And I was like, oh, I remember people in my life that had said that to me. It's pie in the sky. Okay. So now I can feel down and bad about it and just let my stinking thinking go wild and shut me down and stress me out and not allow me to move forward. Right?
Shut it down. Shut it down.
That's right. Or I can say, let it go. That pie in the sky, whatever it meant.
Flow,
how it's created something that stops
me.
Let it go. Make it nice again. Deep breath in. Peace. And as soon as I go to peace, then I start thinking about my great memory. My whale coming up. I'm petting her. She's looking at me. I hear the sound of her breathing hole opening and closing and opening and closing. And then I see her like purr. She's like, and then the water ripples and the sun is on me and I'm floating on water. So now I'm there. Okay. And now I go back. And as soon as I went back to the memory, like totally flipped. It was so fun. This is crazy, but your brain does this for you and it loves imagination. All of a sudden, the person that told me it was pie in the sky looked at the sky and went, look at the big pie in the sky. And so it was flipped. And I was like, yes, there's nothing there. There's nothing holding me back. That thought is gone.
And those thoughts aren't real. You guys know that they're not. That's right. Real.
It's not fake. There's no pie in the sky either way, but it made me feel bad, right?
Yeah.
So then that stops me. when it's like, look, there is pie in the sky, then all of a sudden I feel light and free and happy again. And so that seems silly, but this really, I don't know if your brain works like that, but mine does. And I have some clients that their brain works like this, and it's fun because all of a sudden you'll take a feeling back and you'll just get an instant flip, and it feels good to have that ability.
And so what's really important is learn how you work inside.
Yes.
Learn what you're doing inside you. And because there's different aspects. Look, the way you take information could be one way. The way you express information comes another way. So just find like if your happy memories are visual and you feel like crap, go to visual, right? Bring that crap up and make it into a pie in the sky, make it pretty, right? If you hear something, there's this voice and you can have that voice say something nice and bring it into your body as a feeling.
Yeah.
Because you can play with that.
Or hear someone else say something nice. Like it doesn't have to be that same person, but then the voice can change. So it's amazing what your brain can do and what the imagination capabilities are beyond what we can imagine.
Yeah. So there's 5 ways that I love to work with clients. And I think the 5 steps is 1, what do you want?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
What do you want? And what do you want? And I don't want to go to the backwards, but I will come back and address that. So what do you want? Okay. Having that gives you what? Who are you being in that end result? Open, dynamic, loving, generous, thoughtful. Who are you being? You really want to write it down.
Yeah.
Because we have a part of our brain that's called the reticular activation system. Okay. So if we don't activate it, guess what? It's going to get information from the past.
That's right. And you'll be living in the past and just
creating from the past.
Autopilot, like we were talking about.
Yes. So know what you want, know how it looks, know how it feels, know what having that. Number 2, what having that, what is it going to give you? Let that really soak in and sink in. Let it marinate. Let it spend so much time on that, right?
Yeah.
And then what you do is and I think it also could be really bigger than life. If you make it bigger than life, everything that you do in your life is towards that goal, right?
Right.
So the third thing is, okay, you take an inventory. Where are you at now? What do you notice? What's your current reality now? Okay, what's your current reality last week, 2 weeks ago, or 3 months ago? What is it? Where are you at? And you want to watch what you're doing because look, you're just taking an inventory. Okay, well, if I want to be a millionaire, you're like, okay, well, I have this asset, I have this product, I have this service, I have this talent. You're just taking an inventory. Okay, I'm afraid of public speaking. Okay, just write it down. Not like it's true, not like it's right. It's just like what is right. So. And sometimes you just have to tell on yourself. Look, there's certain things that we won't tell on ourselves because it evokes something. So what do? You do the stop technique. You smile, let it go, let it flow, let it out, vent it, switch it.
Flip it, make it nice again.
Yeah. So what do you want? Having that gives you what's your current reality? And then you work on the gap, right? Mm-hmm. And the gap is doing your tapping, coming in, coming out, coming in, coming out. And until you break that down because things that wire together, nerves that wire together, fire together. Mm-hmm. So you are rewiring that fear, the anxiety, the worry, the concern. It really works, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, because we're doing it.
Exactly.
And we do it for our clients and we do it for our students. And we have like a 13-week transformational journey that we get to do this with our clients two times a week. Mm-hmm. And they bring their big audacious goals.
Yes.
And we do it for them. We tell them, okay, go there. What is it like? Feel it, see it, hear it, and then having that, who are you? I'm open, dynamic, energetic, whatever, a multi-millionaire. So you go there and then before you know it, you're being pulled towards
Right.
your desired outcome. You're being pulled towards your desired outcome. So once you go there, and then we
So
leave.
hold on a second. 'Cause
Wow,
what
hold on a
happens?
second. What happens?
What happens when somebody starts this journey is things in life,
Oh, yes.
you know, are the stumbling block. Well, I can't do that right now because this death is going on in my life, or I can't do that because I just lost my job, or I can't do that because I have, you know, my kids are graduating, or my kids are getting, and we don't let the things that happen stop you.
Yeah, as coaches, your circumstances
Yes.
will not dictate your success, because we're there. And look, the only thing you have to do is you have to show up. That's the only way it's gonna, actually, you don't even have to show up. It still works.
Right. Your body's going to want to go back on autopilot, and we're just going to keep pulling you forward and pulling you forward. And, in that vacuum that your dream is calling you to.
So, once you work on the gap, what happens is that part of your brain relaxes, that fear dissipates, the vision opens, the sensation, the urgency, the inner compulsion of like creating that result is like so alive in you, right? Not only is it alive in you, but it gives you the fifth step is going to action. What are 3 things you can do today that have you go towards that goal? You know, is it talking to somebody? Is it reaching out? Is it getting a mentor? Is it getting a coach? Is it good? Is it getting sessions? What is it that maybe you watch all the videos, start training your brain from all the videos that you're listening on how to do it. Maybe it's taking care of yourself. Maybe it's just going for a walk, right? Maybe it's just, because if you go for a walk, there's something that happens between your brain and your eyesight and your mind. There, you get to relax and you get to have more openness. You actually get to create.
Yeah. Nature is so good for your brain. And you're going to learn what things it's catered to you.
Yeah.
So that you know what to start doing for yourself. And that's the gift, is that it's empowering you to do this for yourself, because you're who's going to be with you 24/7. You're it.
Right.
And so love yourself and like yourself, and get used to being able to do what it is that you need. You need that walk, and then you do it. You're activated to do it, right?
Yeah. And the other thing is we have workshops too. So like we have a peaceless workshop. We have a happy memory workshop. We have what's the other one?
Vision board.
The vision board
or presence board. Maybe.
Yeah.
Bring you back to the present.
What's the other one? Future pacing. Like
if
you need help, like even getting an idea of what it is, we kind of just go back to the core basics, you know, a life that you love, you know, to be your own predominant creator in your own life, just to be happy. So we could go back to those core ones. The other things that I like the best is the Life Planning Academy, where you create your mission vision for your life, like your lifelong goal. And we go through like, what does that make you feel? And we try, you know, we go through that, we go from the gap and we just start cleaning the gap, and we break it down. Okay, what are your year objectives? Like, what are the year focuses that you would like to work on? Maybe this year is learning, it's knowledge, it's getting information. Maybe this year for you is action, it's being busy, it's creating. Maybe it's a year where you are mentoring. Maybe you're like us, out there mentoring people and enrolling people in the possibility that they can create a life that they love. Right. And so your year objective, and then we break it into 90 days. Okay, what can you do in 90 days that's going to pull you towards your goal? So we break it down. 1% rule, 1% consistency, like power hour. You get to create a power hour. What in this hour, this is, and you're going to train your brain. It's like a muscle. It's like a muscle.
Right. And it becomes a habit. And then people are like, how do you do that every day? And you're like, oh, I don't even try, because it's your habit, and your brain will implement it as a pattern and then do it. And then it will be on autopilot, but it will be on autopilot for the thing you want in your life. right? Creating the life that you love.
Yep. So we're super excited, guys. If you need any support, any help, we do have a 5-day, we have 4 workshops coming up. Those workshops are, do you want to tell them?
Yeah, we got the anger management workshop coming up just next week. That starts on February 28th. And then we've got Legendary Moms, which is all about moms learning how to be stress-free, take care of their own inner health, their self-care, and give that gift to your children of not just telling them, just forget about it, don't worry about it, just let it go, but actually showing them that you do that too, right? And then the breaking the habit of being yourself. This is all about breaking habits, how habits become and create you. And so how to break those down, break them up, and give yourself the habits that drive you to your goals. And then the last one is going to be Think and Shrink. And Think and Shrink is all about how to use your thoughts to eliminate your cravings, how to use thoughts to drive your body to do what it was created to do, go out and have fun and be active and share and, do all of the fun things that you've been hoping to do, but you have extra weight on and feel like you can't. So giving your body the freedom to do what you love by just thinking. We're not asking you to sweat. We're not asking you to change this or that. But if you
it happens naturally.
If you bring your cravings, you might start being repulsed by those things that are keeping you from your goals.
Look, guys, if you know something some food is screwing up your goals, like chocolate, like pizza, like
you'd lose weight if you could just quit eating,
right? Or soda. Maybe you have some soda pop. Bring it to the workshop because Tammy loves to dump on that, and that's just so your body will see soda and be like, no. It'll like you want the bag of chips. You open it, and you're looking there, and you're like, nope. And it's something that you can play with. It's something you can play with your brain, and it'll help because it's that food is tied. It's a link, right? There's a link to food equals love, food equals comfort, food equals boredom. I'm bored, so let me just stuff my face. We'll put those feelings back in their place and rewrite that part. So bring it. I think it'll be super fun.
That really is exciting because if it feels like, there's this one thing that if you could just stop, you'd be free, then you don't have to fight yourself and be like, oh, I shouldn't. Oh, no, I better not go because that food will be there. Or, oh, no, it can just be an easy, like, ew, no thanks. I don't want nothing to do with that. Like a food that you actually don't like. Yeah. It's not a fight.
I mean, what a great opportunity to have like self-power where you go to the holidays or you go to a gathering and they have all those foods, but you know what? Your goal is much higher. Your desire to be healthy and fit is greater than that lasagna with cheese and just kidding. With toasted bread, garlic bread in there with, let it go. Look at it. She's letting it go too. No, but what a great way to come and not only come and meet other people. We're gonna do a live seminar where we're going to it'll be the both of us, and we're going to actually have all 4 topics in one seminar, and then we're going to break them up, break you guys up, and let you actually experience it. The brain training experience.
Yeah. When are we doing that?
When do you guys want it? In the summer, we can do it in Wisconsin. In the winter, we can do it in the desert.
Yes. Wisconsin's beautiful.
Or if you guys like Florida, we like Florida too. Let us know what you like. All right, guys. It was great being here. Follow your thoughts, notice your thoughts, and just know that you can change your thoughts.
Yeah, don't let that thought be the thing that stops you, even if it's as crazy, like as I didn't even like to admit things like that before. Like, oh no, they might think it's pie in the sky or whatever, but don't let those thoughts dictate your state of mind. And of course not stop you from your big goal.
All right, guys, it was great being with you. This is super fun.
It is.
All right, chat with you later. Bye.